Hi guys, it's ASBYT and welcome to a brand new video. And as we're now at the turn of the year, in today's video we're going to be looking at, in my opinion, the top 7 best VPN services that you can use in 2020, whether it's to stop you getting hacked on public Wi-Fi, unlocking geolocked content on the likes of Netflix and Amazon Prime, or stopping your internet service provider and browsers like Google from tracking and spying on your every move and selling your data to advertisers. And I've got you covered on the lot. So without further ado, let's see what those top 7 best VPN services are. Let's get straight to it. Right, so this video is in no particular order, and what I'll do is I'll tell you the VPN company, I'll show you their website, talk through the setup and the apps, etc., and some of their main features, and explain why I like that individual service. If you do like any of the VPN services that I talk about in this video and would like more information or want to go through and possibly try it out and buy it, then I will leave the links in the video description below to all 7 and some of the best prices around right now. So the first VPN on the list is ExpressVPN. And if we go to the website, it says #1 trusted leader. That's a little bit subjective. As you will see across most of these, they'll all say pretty much the same thing as being the best VPN in the world. But nevertheless, it is a great one. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, you can enjoy unrestricted access worldwide, defeating content restrictions and censorship, unblocking geolocked content, and it hides your IP using 256-bit encryption. Very simple, one click and you're protected, and it's available on Windows, macOS, Android, iOS, Linux, routers, Chromebook, Kindle Fire and Nook, and there's also extensions available for Chrome and Firefox, as well as support for consoles and smart TVs, PlayStation, Xbox, Apple TV and the like. And on top of that, you also have manual setup tutorials for Chromecast, Roku and Nvidia Shield. On any one account you can connect up to 5 devices with unlimited bandwidth, a kill switch blocking all internet traffic if the VPN connection drops for whatever reason, and there's also a split tunneling feature which pretty much does what it says on the tin. You can actually encrypt some traffic and not others. So onto the app, and it's very self-explanatory. Once you have an account and you're signed in, you have a big power button, which when hit connects you to a recommended server. Now usually for most people this will suffice, but if you want to choose your own, as sometimes you can find better servers to match your needs, then you have recommended, all and recent. If there is a little arrow to the side, it offers a few different servers within that specific region or country. Quite why it's not in alphabetical order is anyone's guess, but hey, I'm sure there's a reason. There's 160 server locations, and there's also some cool shortcuts to popular websites, and you can customize these if that floats your boat. So why do I like ExpressVPN? Well, #1, the sheer amount of devices and setups that it is compatible with. #2, speed. You may or may not know that VPNs can and often do throttle your internet speed. It just sort of comes with the territory. But with ExpressVPN, I have noticed on the whole the speeds are very reliable, and you can actually run speed tests within the app, which is really cool. ExpressVPN is also excellent for streaming, and the support is on point as well. Next up is CyberGhost, and if we jump to the website, it says 15 years of expertise. You've got things like safe P2P downloading, unblocked streaming services, sporting events and region locked games. Some services like Netflix, for example, will look to outwardly block certain servers from certain VPNs, but with the services I have tried with CyberGhost, it on the whole does work really well, especially for geolocked content. There's 5,600 servers across 90 countries, so a lot of different servers there, and some of which are optimized for torrenting. So if we actually go to the app, you have again the power button for instant recommended connection. Underneath you have the location button, which means you can choose between all countries, streaming friendly, and you can also assign favorites as well. Now, one of the main reasons why I like CyberGhost is you can actually connect up to 7 different devices on one account. And again, these range across many different devices and routers and browsers, etc. It's good for unblocking streaming services and geolocked content, and I also really like the way the app looks and runs. Some VPN apps are a bit clunky, but I like the customization here with options like ad blocker and online tracking, etc. Next up is NordVPN, and the first good thing here about Nord is the fact that when you have a NordVPN account, currently you also get NordPass completely free as well. It's a password manager that remembers all of your complex logins, so you can autofill online forms and generate strong passwords. With this VPN you get a malware blocker called CyberSec that, when enabled, protects you from suspicious sites while surfing. With 5,300 servers in 59 different countries, again, finding one that is gonna work for you should be no problem. So when you jump onto the app, you've got Quick Connect, favorites and speciality servers, which is a really great feature. Things like P2P, double VPN, which is when your internet traffic runs through 2 servers instead of 1, providing greater data security, and Onion over VPN, which similarly goes through 1 server and then the Onion network before hitting the internet. Underneath this, you have the server locations, and if you go to your settings, you can actually customize your CyberSec, split tunneling, etc. So why do I like NordVPN? Well, in my experience, the support has been great. I like the customization within the app where you can set up CyberSec and split tunneling and Onion over VPN, etc. And also, as far as I'm aware, NordVPN is based out of Panama, where there are no data retention laws, so keeping logs, etc. are not necessary. Now it's on to Pure VPN, and on the website it showcases its features with things like no retention laws, again due to the fact that they're based in Hong Kong, internet kill switch, and again it's compatible with many different devices and services. They also offer, which I think is quite a good thing, add-ons like port forwarding and dedicated IP. I wouldn't necessarily class these as special, but it's still nice to have. If we go onto the app, one of the big selling points is its simplicity. You've got dedicated sections depending on what you want to do. Streaming, internet freedom, security and privacy, file sharing, and dedicated IP. Then on the left-hand side, you have all the customization, advanced options like security and kill switch. If you press back, you can search for servers by location, and you can also run ping tests, and you can actually search for popular websites like ABC, beIN Sports, and ITV. Once a channel has been selected, the app also tells you your IP is hidden, and all of the below are either enabled or unblocked, etc. So why do I like Pure VPN? Speed on the whole is pretty good. Support, again, pretty good. And it's another VPN app that is great if you are a streamer and want that juicy, good content. What's that? Next up is Tor Guard. And the website boasts many of the same features that the rest do, but it does most of them really well. It's perhaps not got the biggest server list, and it's certainly not the most fancy app, but it's a very solid choice, especially with its list of stealth VPN protocols. Now, I'm not going to lie, the app isn't the most fancy or eye-pleasing bit of software, but it gets the job done well. Choosing a server is easy enough. Simply click on the country at the top left, and a long list will pop up where you can filter it accordingly. So why do I like Tor Guard? Well, quite simply, it is a very, very good all-round VPN that does pretty much everything you would want it to. It's got some great speeds, it's very secure, and it's not the most fancy or fashionable, but like I said, it's what you want from a VPN really. Now onto the next one, which is a very popular VPN on the wonderful world of the internet, and that is Ipvanish. And I say popular because it is one that is talked about by many different reviewers, and while it is a very good VPN, a lot of that is down to Ipvanish's ability to market their product. They were one of the first companies that got in touch with me and asked me to possibly review, and as a result, I would imagine they are doing the same thing with a lot of different reviewers, whether that be hardware tech reviewers or software tech reviewers or everyone else in between. On the website, we can see a list of its core features, which include access to censored apps, 40,000 plus shared IPs, and user-friendly apps, which I definitely can agree on. On the app, you've got Quick Connect, server list, where you can also select favorites, and account. You've got your visible location in the top left-hand side, and then a choice of country, city, and available servers. Why do I like Ipvanish? A really good array of different servers, which means of course finding one that suits my needs hasn't been a problem, and I find their apps across multiple different platforms very user-friendly as well. It is a doddle. And next up is AirVPN, and this in so many ways is pretty similar to Tor Guard. You can tell they don't spend a lot of money on marketing, websites, the app, etc. But again, for everything you want from a VPN, it does most things pretty well. On the website, it lists features like you've got no traffic, time or speed limits, 5 connections per account. It also uses and develops OpenVPN, which is the most reliable and secure solution for encrypted tunnels. On the app, you have Quick Connect, which does exactly that. You have AirVPN, which is a list of available server regions with drop-down bars for individual servers within that specific country. You've got OpenVPN profile and you've got your connection status. So again, you've got another really good all-round VPN. It's secure, it's feature-rich, if not the nicest to look at. There's no supermodel awards for you, AirVPN. Not that you'd want to be a supermodel if you're a VPN company. Not really sure where I'm going with this one. Now, as I said at the start, all of these 7 are listed and linked in the video description below if you want more information or want to go through and possibly try out an account. Most of them, if not all of them, have money back guarantees, so if you do want to try it, you can, and I will try and leave, as I said, throughout the year, the best prices available for each one. Now, the so-called cheapest deals are on the longer term plans where you will pay less per month, but of course it is a longer contract, so it's just whatever you're comfortable with. And please feel free to drop me a comment below the video underneath the subscribe and like button, and let me know which VPN company you actually like, use, gonna use, etc. I hope you've enjoyed and found this video helpful. And if you love everything tech, breaking news, unboxings and reviews, hardware and software, then yeah, as I said, subscribe and hopefully I'll see you in another video. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. ASBYT, peace out.